Hi everyone. Hello my friends. How are all of you? Can all of you hear me? I am fine, Munachan. Thank you. Thank you for asking. How are all of you doing? How was everyone's weekend? Nice to see you after not after a long time, after Thursday. Okay, great. Razy, how are you? Hi, Anthony. How are you doing? How was your day? Are all of you tired? As this is the fourth class. I'm doing fine, Anthony. Thank you. Hi, Shiful. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Nixon. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Hello, Brijesh. How are you? Welcome to IMTS. I think you are having your first class with me today. Okay, great, great. My name is Vashisth and I am from India. I have done my MBA from IIM Lucknow and I have 4 years of online tutoring experience. Right, to all those who are attending this as my first class. Hello, Prabha. How are you? I am fine, thank you. My day was absolutely good. I enjoyed my day. How about all of you? My name is Vashisth. It's written here. You can see big. And that's why I wrote with every PPT. It's a bit difficult to memorize, but please cope up with my name. Long day. Okay, now the day is over. Now the evening has started. Okay, Manu has joined. Evenings are usually pleasant, not present, sorry. So please bear me for 1 hour and then you can take your dinner and watch your TVs and do whatever you want. Manu, good evening, how are you? Anthony, actually on Monday only we have 4 classes. Rest of the day in the week you don't have that many classes, I think. Right? It's just for Monday. Right? And I am not new Shiful. I am teaching since the online tutoring, this online format has started. Who told you that I am new? I think most of Monashan is with me since the beginning, and Manu is also with me since beginning. I remember some of you who are Shiful. Okay, Prabha is also with me since beginning. Okay. So all, okay. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Najad, I think you are having this. We know Sir Begi. There is no Sir Begi with the name Sir Begi. I don't know. I don't think. Okay. Najad, welcome to IMTS. My name is Vashisth and I am from India and I've done my MBA from IIM Lucknow and I hope you will enjoy my classes, and if you have any queries you are always free to ask. Okay, you are always welcome to ask any questions, and if you have any questions related to any management like timings, books, syllabus, exams, you can always email to coordinator at imsrc.com. Okay, thank God. Someone actually, Shipul, someone said that I am new, so I was shocked. How can I be new? Uh, okay, someone else has joined. Jobby Jacob Anthony. Can you hear me? Jacob, can you hear me? Jacob Anthony. Okay, great. So, welcome to IMTS, Jobby. How are you doing? My name is Vashisth and I am from India and I will be teaching some of the topics of MBA, right? So, if you have any questions, you are always free to ask. Okay, so let's start. Without wasting time, let's start. Renan, can you hear me? Renan. Okay. Renan, see, I have uploaded the PPT earlier today, as per your instructions last week. Okay, Akshat, okay, Akshat has joined. Akshat, good evening. Can you hear me? Welcome to IMTS and welcome to the class. Hope you are doing good, Akshat. Can all of you see the PPT, as Nixon is saying that he cannot see the PPT? Shabaz says, can see. Akshat, very good evening. No need to restart the PC. You can re-log in again, whoever is not seeing the PPT. Akshat says, can see the PPT. Okay. How are you, boss, Akshat? Akshat is also with me from beginning. So it was okay, great. Oh, okay. Sorry. Because I have not started the webcam, that's why you cannot see me. I call you Akshata. Is it right? Akshata. Actually, Akshat is common in the northern part of India, so let me call you Akshat only. Akshata is a bit difficult. Please don't mind. Anyway, let's start with the class. Lot of interaction we have done, so we can start with the class. Okay, so today we were going to learn about Consumer Protection Act, which was constituted in 1986. And with Consumer Protection Act, we mean the Consumer Protection Act of India. Since I live in India, so, but it is more or less same for all the countries, right? With slight changes. How many of you have seen the advertisement of this Jago Grahak Jago on television? Lot of you have seen this these lines, Jago Grahak Jago. Okay, Anthony says not me. Okay, so yes, actually it is the initiative run by the governments of India and other countries to aware the consumers of their rights, right? So Consumer Protection Act was constituted in 1986. What is the purpose of this act and the objectives? The basic objective or the purpose of this act is to provide for better protection of the interest of the customers, and for that purpose to make provisions for the establishment of consumer councils and other authorities for the settlement of consumers' dispute, right? The basic objective is to protect and not to provide a loophole and excuses to well-organized traders, producers and big business houses and manufacturers on technical grounds. educating the consumer regarding their rights and to propagate awareness about the act and the ethical practice or means was the other purpose of this act. Right. So actually, this act was constituted. See, when we buy any product, it might be possible that there are some issues with that product, right? Or whatever details that are printed on those products is not matching with the original quantity or the quality, right? Then, like when a thief stole. Did you share the PPT? Nixon, you can find the PPT in the LMS tomorrow. I will ask the coordinator to upload it in LMS and all of you can download it from there. And it is share, S-H-A-R-E, not share. Spelling is wrong. S-H-A-R-E is share. Okay. Okay, so what I was saying is, see, when any person commits a crime, right, for that we have police stations and courts, right? If any person has done murder, crime, police takes them into custody. Now, if a seller tries to forge you, right? If a seller tries to fool you, then where will the customers go? For that we have consumer courts where the consumers can go and register their complaint, and those consumer courts work under this Consumer Protection Act. Like for India, we have this website where you can find all the details of the consumer code, all the amendments, right, and all the rules and regulations. This is the site. So I will discuss in brief about what it is, and I will take up one or two cases. So what I was saying is that suppose if you buy a chips, a packet of Uncle Chips, and suppose in that if it is mentioned on its packet that it weighs 50 grams, but in real when you weigh it, you found it to be 25 grams, and then when you go to the consumer, when you go to the person who has sold it to you, he is not ready to take it back. What will you do? Then you can appeal in consumer court, or we have some forums as well, which is called consumer forums. Those are online only. Delay is in the case of those crimes. In these consumer cases, there is, I don't think there is a delay, right? It is a fast process. But we have to cope up with, right? Things will get better slowly. In India, we have a new Prime Minister who is making efforts to change the things. Hopefully, the things will change. Yesterday only he has made the comment that he is removing all the needless laws. In America, he has made this statement, right? So let's hope that things will improve. Okay, Sunil has also joined. Sunil, good evening. Welcome to the class. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Okay, so let's start. Let's see what it says. Content. So in this we will study about introduction to CPA. CPA means Consumer Protection Act. Yeah, Sunil, I am doing good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So today we are studying about Consumer Protection Act. So in this we will cover introduction to Consumer Protection Act, objective of Consumer Protection Act, rights of consumer, redressal agency, councils, and we will see one case study as well. Now see, in order to provide for better protection of the interest of the Consumer Protection Bill 1986 was introduced in the Lok Sabha on 5th December 1986. So this act was constituted in Lok Sabha in 5th December 1986. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 is a social welfare legislation. Now, what is its need? It is for the social welfare. Why do we say social? Because it is related to the common man, so that the business people don't cheat the common man, right? The business people have a fear that if we cheat people, if we give the quantity less than it is mentioned on the packets, we might go to jail, right? So for that, this law was introduced. Or if we sell bad products, or if you take the example of food products, if the companies give malign food, malign means bad food, or say bad chips, which one cannot eat, right? Now after buying the packet, what will you do? You cannot do anything, right? So you can go to the consumer court and show them the proof. Let's see, I have bought this and the company is not ready to listen to me. They are providing the bad quality of food. Then the consumer court will put some penalty on them, a very heavy penalty, so that they have a fear of not to commit that same mistake again, and the consumer court will also ask the company to pay some compensation to the consumer. So for this purpose, this act was introduced, which was enacted as a result of widespread consumer protection movement. Is it the same with food in hotels? Yes, we can say that. We can say that. Now see the objective. The main objective of Consumer Protection Act is to provide speedy and simple redressal to consumer disputes. Now see, Anthony, it is a speedy process, as I told you. It is one of the benevolent pieces of legislation intended to protect the consumers at large from exploitation. The main objective is to save the consumers from exploitation by these multinational companies, big companies. Now, who is the consumer? According to the section 2(1)(d) of this act, the link which I gave you, you can find the definition of a consumer or customer in that. Any person who buys any goods for a consideration which has been paid or will be paid. Najib, can you see this total examples will also come under consumer. You are a consumer because you are paying for the services. Hires or avails any service for a consideration which has been paid or will be paid. It does not include a person who obtains goods for resale or any commercial purpose. Now, suppose if you are buying anything as a retailer or as a wholesaler to resell it and trying to make profit out of it, then you does not come under consumer, right? If you are consuming, consumer means consuming the bought thing. Consuming means to utilize, for which to utilize the material for which you have paid. Clear, everyone? Any doubts? End user, yes. The technical term is end user. Everyone clear? So has any one of you came across any incidents where you found that the thing which you have bought is not up to the mark, or the quality is less, or the weight is less, something like that? Has any one of you came across any such incidents? Okay, no one. Not here in Dubai. Okay. So at the end we will take a few cases, real life cases. I will show you 2 or 3 examples, and I will also show you the conclusion. Those persons has gone to the court, and the court has given the verdict in their favor. And I will also show you what the result was. So, okay. These are the rights of the customer. Right to safety, right to be informed, right to be heard, right to redressal, right to consumer education. Now, right to be informed. What does it mean? It means that whatever products are being sold, it is very important to inform the customer of the ingredients which are used in those in making those products. Like when you buy a packet of biscuit, you have seen that in that it is clearly mentioned the ingredients they have used in making those biscuits, right? Or if you buy a cold drink or a juice, in that they will clearly mention the way it is made, and how to keep those products at home. Like you have seen that with some products, they mention that keep this out of the reach of the children, or keep it at a cold place. You have seen these guidelines, right? So all those things comes under right to be informed, because they are trying to yes, warnings, because they are trying to inform the customer that those things can be can be harmful for the kids or anyone. Right. Right to consumer education also, companies keep educating customers from time to time about the products, or about the also production and expiry. Yes, expiry is, we can say, it is related to medicines, juices. Yes, with most probably all the products, because according to this act, it is important for all the companies to mention the date of manufacture, right? We find the date of manufacture in all the products, and then I personally, when I buy any product, I always look at the date of manufacture, and if it is above 6 months, I never take that product, right? So at the bottom of that product, they always mention about the date of manufacture. So these are the right to consumers. Clear, everyone? Any doubts till now, or any questions? Okay. Smoking is injurious to health. Yes, for cigarettes. Yes. And nowadays they make a picture of the heart and show that heart is getting damaged, if you have noticed, on the packets of cigarettes. See, the company, Anthony, actually, it is a good question. See, the guidelines are being set by the government, right? These companies never want to show anything negative of their product, but it is the government who is strict, so that so that customers know about the negative side of that product as well. I don't know why they don't ban it, because they are corrupt. They are, yes, commissions are fixed from every sector, right? And that is why they don't ban it. Anyways, those we are not discussing politics over here. All of you are smart students. You already know the reasons. Revenue for the government. Okay. Yes, we should ban ourselves. See, humans get easily attracted towards bad things, which has a bad impact. Don't you think, Rezi? They will say that why do people consume it, right? So I don't know. People get attracted towards bad things. But even it is not banned in USA, right? So you cannot say that every person gets killed by smoking, right? So it depends from person to person. Anyways, now we have three bodies where a consumer can complain, or it is called the redressal agency. Redressal agency is the one who solves your problem, who solves your case. We have a district forum, we have a state commission, and we have a national commission. One second. Yeah. So we have, what I was saying is we have three agencies, redressal agencies: district forum, state commission, and national commission. Now see what a district forum is. As the name itself suggests, district means it is available in each district or city. It shall consist of a person who is or has been or is qualified to be a district judge as its president. Two other members, one of whom shall be a woman. So in a district forum we have a total of three persons, three authorized persons. One is the president and the other two members, out of which one has to be a woman. Every member of the district forum shall hold office for a term of 5 years or up to the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. So their retirement age is 65 years, and they can hold the office for a period of 5 years, and then they will be transferred to another place. It shall have jurisdiction to entertain. Does all of you understand the meaning of this term? Jurisdiction, or should I tell you? Does all of you understand the meaning of this term, jurisdiction? Say yes or no. Yes. Applicable area of law. Okay. We can say it is the limitation of the president, limitations under which he can take the decision or he can act. It shall have jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of the goods or services and the compensation, if any, claimed does not exceed 20 lakhs rupees. Right? So, sorry, excuse me. So it is legitimate, right? Yes. So a president of a district forum can handle cases or can deal with cases where the money involved should be equal to 20 lakhs or less than 20 lakhs. The claim is the consumer is asking for the compensation. This is about district forum. Clear, everyone? So this is the structure and functioning of a district forum. You can find this in all the cities. Clear, everyone? Very few of you are responding. I don't know what happened. Jago, students, Jago. Anyways, okay. A district forum shall have the powers. Now see what are the powers they have. Number 1, to remove the defect pointed out by the appropriate laboratory from the goods in question. Right? So to remove the defect pointed out by the appropriate laboratory goods in question. Number 2, to replace the goods with new goods of similar description which shall be free from any defect. Now suppose if many complaints have been received by the president regarding any particular item or goods, right? And what he can do is he can send it to the laboratory for examining, and then later on, if he finds that there is no defect, he has the right to stand by the decision that there is no defect in that product. Or if any defect is found, then he has the right to. On what basis do we ask for the compensation? What is the scale? See, compensation can be, suppose if you buy, I explain you with an example. Suppose if you buy any product, like I gave you an example of chips, wafers, right? Wafers or biscuits. Take an example of wafers. In that, it is mentioned that the weight of that packet is say 75 grams. Now, after taking it in your hand, you felt that the weight of the packet is less, right? And then you go to some place where you can weigh that on a weighing machine. and after a weighing machine you found out that its weight is 50 grams, which is 25 grams less as mentioned on the packet. Then after that you can go to the this district forum and explain all your case in written to the president, who then asks the companies, who then takes the views of the company, and if your case is true, at the end, if they found that what you are saying is true, then the president imposes some penalties which can be around 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, right? It depends, as well as some compensation to the consumer who has done the complaint. It can be in lakhs, it can be in thousands. It depends from case to case, right? Clear, Anthony? And why do we impose the case? To keep a fear in the company's mind, so that they don't give faulty products or products which are less in weight. Now suppose if you go to buy a packet of milk, and if you found that instead of 1 liter it is only 750 liters, what will you do? You have a place called district forum, right, where you can go and complain, and if your complaint is found correct, you will be given the compensation, and also the company will have a fear of not giving the less quantity. Okay. To return to the complaint, the price or as the case may be, the charges paid by the complaint. To pay such amount as may be awarded by it as compensation to the consumer for any loss or injury suffered by the consumer due to the negligence of the opposite party. So these are the powers of a district forum. Then we have a state commission. State commission, you can find it in the capitals of all the states. It is established by SG by notification. It shall have jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of the goods or services and compensation, if any complaint exceeds rupees 20 lakh but does not exceed rupees 1 crore, and appeals against the order of any district forum within the state. Now suppose if there is any case where the money involved is above 20 lakhs, then the district commission does not have the right to take up that case. He will directly refer that case to the state commission, right? That case does not come under the jurisdiction of the district commission. Clear? For that we have the state commission. Okay, now then we have the national commission. It shall consist of a person who is or has been a judge of the Supreme Court as its president. So the president of the National Commission should be a retired judge of the Supreme Court, not less than 4 and not much than such number of members as may be prescribed, and one of one of whom shall be a woman. So in the National Commission we have a total of 4 persons, out of which one is the president, and apart from rest of the 3, one has to be a woman. Every member of the National Commission should hold office for a term of 5 years, and the retirement age is 70 years. It shall have jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of the goods are sold and compensation, if any, the claim exceeds rupees 1 crore, and appeals against the orders of any state commissions. Yes, Now, if the money involved is above 1 crore rupees, or suppose if any businessman does not like the decisions of the state commission, then they can appeal it in the national commission as well. Right? So we have three things. Suppose if the decision goes against you in district commission, you can complain at state commission, and if you feel that the decision is not in favor of you, you can again complain it at the national commission. Similarly, like we have the city courts, then the high court and the supreme court. So they also function in the same manner. So this is about the three commissions. Then we have the councils, the central council, the state council and the district. Good question. That you have to search for the case studies. Okay. The District Consumer Protection Council. It shall consist of the following members, namely the collector of the district by whatever name called as its chairman, and such number of other official and non-official members as may be prescribed by the SG. The district council shall meet at least twice in a year. The procedure will be set by the SG. Then we have the state. This is not as important. Then we have the central. Okay, yes. This was the case that I was referring to. Okay, so we have three cases. One, the case number 1, and these are real cases which have happened. So the first case was a person named Chetan Prakash versus MET Institute of Computer Science. Let's see what was the case. This is interesting. Now see, Prakash was in final year of BSc when he sought admission in the institute for MCS. The institute has stipulated that in order to pursue the MCS course, a student has to clear 3-year exams. He deposited the fees before declaration of the result. Seeing that he has failed in exams, he tried to withdraw the admission and requested for a refund, to which the institute did not respond. Finally, he sent a legal notice to the institute and then lodged the complaint in the consumer forum. Is this part clear to everyone? Has everyone understood the case? So there was a boy with a name Prakash. He has enrolled himself into a 3-year course, BSc course, and he was told that in order to pass a BSc course, he has to clear 3 exams, each in first year, second year, and third year. But unfortunately, he was unable to clear the exams, right? So he failed in the exam, and then he asked for the refund of his fees from the institution, but the institution did not pay him, refunded his fees. So what he did is he complained it in the consumer forum. Now let's see what happened. Judgment. Then the president took up the case. The institution had to pay the complainant Chetan Prakash rupees 32,000 and as compensation for harassment, along with the course fee of 62,200. So, right, so Chetan got 32,000 extra apart from his course fees, which is of 62,200, right? So this was the first case. Yes, so he has made a, even after failing, he has made a profit of 32,000 rupees. Rupees. Right. Now see, these courts set up an example so that in future these institutions don't act in such a manner again. It is not a business, it does not happen every time. But to set up a message in the society, they do. Okay, now let's take up our next case. The next case is of Krishnan Kumar Bajaj versus the PepsiCo. How many of you have heard the company name PepsiCo? Can anyone of you name the product of PepsiCo? Can you name any product made by PepsiCo? Pepsi. I know that. Apart from that, how many of you know that Kurkure is being prepared by PepsiCo? Okay. The CEO of PepsiCo is Indra Nooyi. She is an Indian. Her name is Indra Nooyi. Okay. Now let's see the case. Spelling is wrong. It is Indra Nooyi. Okay. Bajaj, a resident of Ahmedabad, had purchased a Lay's packet on 28 June 2010, and since it's being underweight. He wrote twice to the manufacturer. When the first letter got no response, in reply to the second, it offered Bajaj gift hampers, which he refused. Bajaj approached CERS, who wrote to PepsiCo. You don't understand the case? The weight was less. He wrote a letter to the manufacturer. The first letter to the manufacturer did not respond. That is PepsiCo. In the second letter, they tried to lure Mr. Bajaj, but he refused to take any gifts. He instead registered a complaint in the organization CERS, who wrote to PepsiCo. Now let's see what happened. CERS is Consumer Education and Research Center. I was just checking its full form. CERS means Consumer Education and Research Center. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Company refused to accept their fault and gave several unsatisfactory clarifications. Now the company did not accept their mistake. Instead, they start giving clarifications. CERS took the issue to the Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum, which also gave a favorable ruling. the company asked for the bill of purchase which Bajaj could not produce. Judgment. The court overruled the argument of his not having a bill. CERS requested the court to direct PepsiCo to deposit 2 lakh rupees in the consumer welfare fund and award 2,75,000 as punitive damages, and also to give 75,000 as cost of litigation. Now can you see this? The cost of that chips was only 10 or 20 rupees, but they have to pay the penalty of 2,75,000, 2,75,250 plus 75,000, which is around 3.5 lakh rupees as the penalty. Clear, everyone? Prabha, not all the money has gone to that guy. 2 lakh was gone to the welfare fund and 75,000 has gone to that guy. Rajiv, but if you lose the case, then you have to pay instead of that company. You have to have a solid reason towards the company. I am discussing these cases to give knowledge to you, right? So that if all Loki faces such situations in future, you can do these things. Not that I am suggesting a different business method for making money. Right. That is why I told Rajiv the negative side as well. If you lose the case, then instead of that company, you have to pay the money. Okay, let's see the third case. Dharamdas Pitiani versus HDFC Ergo General Insurance Company. So let's see what happened with them. Complainant was advised by the doctors to undergo treatment upon suffering from a heart ailment in 2008-9. He then underwent a rare treatment called enhanced external counter pulsation. This was some treatment related to heart. The treatment was completed in 45 sittings and it costed 1,18,000 rupees. HDFC Ergo rejected the complainant's complaint, saying that the treatment was experimental and not recognized by the insurer. Now, these type of cases are very, very common in medical insurances. They give the excuse that this problem is not covered in the insurance, that problem is not covered in the insurance, like that, just to save the money of the company, right? So if anything happens with all of you, you can also complain. So let's see what happened. The insurer company also claimed that a policyholder must be hospitalized for at least 24 hours for reimbursement. So the insurance company is claiming that for getting the insured money, the patient has to be admitted in the hospital for at least 1 day, that is 24 hours. They are giving their point of view. The complainant claimed that the treatment was recognized by the United States and 40 hospitals in India use the ECT method to treat heart patients. The forum said the documents furnished by Pritiani support his claim. Complainant was a heart patient who underwent a treatment which did not require hospitalization. Thus he should be reimbursed 1,18,000. So again, in this case also, the judgment has gone with the complainant instead of with the company. Clear? Now see the judgment. Consumer Redressal Forum of India's financial capital, Mumbai. Now, one more thing. Like for every listen, don't worry about the time. Like for every every sector we have one consumer forum. For banking we have a different consumer forum. For insurance we have a different consumer forum. For daily use product we have a different consumer forum, like that. Like for insurance we have a consumer forum in Mumbai. It is called Consumer Redressal Forum of India Financial Capital. Mumbai has directed SDFC Ergo General Insurance Company Limited to pay rupees 1,18,000 towards compensation for refuting a policyholder's claim. The forum has also directed the insurer to pay an additional compensation of rupees 5,000 for mental agony. So they are, apart from 1,18,000, they have also imposed a penalty of 5,000 rupees. So that is all for today. So any questions for me? Any questions anyone wants to ask? So thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. See you tomorrow.